everyone.
Hi.
We're back after I don't know how many months.
A small break. A needed break.
Yes. It was a few months though.
Look, we're busy people, you know.
We are indeed. But this break was awesome because we got to watch a lot of dramas, write about a lot of comebacks, explore new music, think about
life,
new topics. You know?
Yeah.
And now we're back fresh to start this again.
Rested.
Yeah.
Ish.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Yeah.
So we're back with a new season of DisKovery With A K. I am Kathleen.
My name is Ilse.
And in today's episode, we are going to go back to basics.
Exactly.
Let's talk about what is even K-pop. I think we should have done that in the first season.
We probably should have, yeah.
But we just like, people know, but then we've seen a couple of documentaries going around and we're like, maybe we should talk about that because maybe people may just think it's like, it's standard music, but there is something about K-pop that makes it quite special.
Yeah, it's quite a niche in itself.
It is, and that's why we like it.
At this point, you probably know someone who listens to K-pop, or you listen to K-pop yourself, but you're still quite fresh to it. So you're like, maybe I should have an intro to K-pop. So,
and I'm sure you probably have heard even a song playing in the radio, because that's what happens. Yes. Oh my God, this mic is not working. Okay, sorry about that. So should we start with this?
Yeah. So, brief overview. We're gonna briefly discuss exactly what is K-pop. Like, maybe try to find a definition for it.
Yes.
We're gonna take a look back at the history of it, the big three, and just, things that you might want to know about if you're trying to get into K-pop, or if you know someone who's into K-pop and you want to be like, a
maybe
good
you just
friend.
want to know what makes K-pop so appealing to people, because it is quite a niche.
Yeah. I feel like in comparison to other music genres or mainstream music, there's so much more involved to it.
Like a lot more involved.
Yeah.
Like a lot more involved.
It's a rather insane industry.
It is an industry that is fast, is well thought, and it is...
The amount of money.
It's got so much money involved. Okay, but let's just start this.
Yeah. What makes K-pop for you?
When I started to listen to K-pop, something that made it for me was the visuals. Okay, so I really like pretty stuff. I like something that colors, shiny stuff, and K-pop had that for me. Okay, so that's when I was like, this is shiny. I like it. So I just started to listen to a couple of groups.
As in Shiny the group?
No.
Hey!
As in big band, Bad Boy.
Okay.
That was something. And also Great Generation, remember that. And after that, I just kept looking into more music. And then I saw that I loved their full concept.
It's very easy to fall into.
It's very easy. And if you were into like bands or groups like me before, like Backstreet Boys, hello, S Club 7.
My Belgian peeps, get ready. That group.
Yes, so it's just an easy thing to fall into.
Well, yeah, but like you don't even have to look back that far. Even if you think about One Direction, the amount of people I've seen that were like Directioners that are now like heavy K-pop stans.
Yeah, it is.
Awesome.
Yes, I've seen them as well. Yeah, so let's start then.
Yeah, so what makes K-pop different?
What makes, I think, is, let's talk about...
Let's compare it to American music.
Okay, so American music is good, amazing. I also listen to a lot of American music, but there is something about the way they write the music that makes it very particular. As in there is a structure. Also, they do look after concepts, and if you're a person who you like storylines, if you like a full aesthetic behind a song or something, K-pop has that.
Yes.
And it's to say because in a single album, you will have different genres with a completely different aesthetic. And each song, it's very particular, a very individual, but together.
As a whole.
Yes.
It still makes sense.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's not like you stick, that is what makes it quite different, because I don't think a lot of American artists experiment as much as
to that extent. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100% agree there. And even if they do experiment, it's probably over multiple albums.
Yes.
And usually there's quite some, like, oh my god, I wish you stay to your true style, you know?
Yeah.
But, like, progress is normal. If you grow as an individual, your music is going to grow as well.
Exactly. And you don't always have to like it, but what I like about K-pop is that they go all in. Mm-hmm. You can find an album that's got R&B, heavy hip-hop, old school pop. Then you're going to have some retro music randomly thrown at it.
You could even find it within one song.
That can happen too. And I just feel like that full combo is so unique and so interesting that it's very appealing to a lot of people.
Yeah. I mean, usually in K-pop, they do work together with, like, songwriters from, like, you know, Sweden, the States, wherever. Yeah. But for me, what draws me to it is the experimental vibe to it.
Yeah.
Because if you think that something won't work, but then you hear, like, this K-pop song and you're like, that works. That's a solid song. Even if it has, like, 5 different genres, 5 different beats in it, you're like, this is a bop.
Yeah, that can happen.
Like, just think about, like, Zimzalabim from Red Velvet.
That song is insane.
That song is crazy. It's also so catchy.
It is indeed.
It's like a love or hate thing.
It's like that song. I just saw that song on TikTok made it to the top 10 songs that seem like they come from a cult. And I see it.
Are you ready for this?
Yeah. So it's like they're very particular. What is interesting is that in K-pop they use so many different writers and creative producers from everywhere in the globe.
Yeah.
That I think that makes it also very interesting because you don't
have all these different flavors to it.
Exactly. Exactly. So I find it quite cool as well.
Mm-hmm. What else is so particular in K-pop that you wouldn't see anywhere else? The first thing that comes to mind is the trainee system.
The trainee system, the way they are educated to be an artist, I think that's very unique to K-pop. Probably also Japan has a similar structure, but we're not fully knowledgeable of that one. So for Korean pop, they do have a trainee system that basically teaches these kids how to be artists and singers and how to basically keep going.
Yeah, think days filled with, like, vocal classes, dance classes, PR classes, a whole bunch of stuff like that to create this, like, fully formed artist.
Yeah.
I think at this point they're even adding, like, songwriting courses, stuff like that. Because when I'm writing a album review, I keep seeing more and more idols involved in the creative process.
Yes.
Which is awesome.
That is amazing. And it's something that what I liked a lot about K-pop in general is that it's grown so much and things keep happening and keeping adding stuff into it. And I think that makes it also very special because it just keeps surprising audiences.
That's very true. Yeah.
You know, it's like you didn't think that this singer would do that, but oh my God, he can. You know?
Yeah.
So I think that one that is fun and interesting.
Yeah. I think for K-pop itself, the whole industry needs to be taken into account.
Yeah.
Because it's not just, you know, you have an artist, they have an Instagram, sometimes they go on, like, the Ellen DeGeneres show or whichever radio station. Here, it's in-house, like, in their own label. They even create their own like variety show content that is posted on YouTube or in whatever app they have, like Weavers. So it's not just the music, it's also their personalities, their interaction as a team.
They sell not just music, they sell the idols, as in the performer.
Yes.
They sell that because that's what makes it so appealing. And then you feel like what they're doing on Instagram Live, you're talking with your best friend, when it's actually just an idol that doesn't know you.
That lives on the other half of the globe, you know?
Yeah. And that is very interesting because somehow they understand the bond between fans and singers. And they took that to the next level.
Yes, very much so.
You know? And I just liked how they, you know, how they're like, let's give them content because they buy our albums because of that.
Yeah. And I think in like these like TikTok times,
Yeah.
if you have variety show content, the fans are gonna put it on TikTok as well, or on YouTube. They make compilations.
Yeah.
I think part of the point is also to like go viral with like something that you know, a joke that you made or like a certain reaction that you had. I think if you go viral, there's such a bigger chance of your group succeeding, which is also very important to take into account.
Yeah, but that is very new to the newer generations of K-pop.
Yeah, that's this
beforehand. It was just buy albums. Buy albums, support, go to concerts, spread the word, drag your friends to the concert if they happen to go to your city. And that also worked because...
Ask for the radio station to please play it.
Yeah, and that worked because a lot of older idols, first of all, they're loaded. Second of all, they're still relevant.
Yeah.
Relevant. And they didn't have the same tools that new generations have, like TikTok, Instagram, Be all of that.
I don't think they even had Facebook at that point.
I don't think so.
No.
And I don't even remember if they had MySpace. Imagine MySpace. Oh my god, I was a child when MySpace was out. I don't know. Anyways.
Yeah. So the whole content culture around it is also very important.
It's very awesome.
Which is also very different from American artists.
A lot, because the thing is that in variety shows in America, the ones I've seen, it's not that I follow a lot of variety shows in America, and there's just a few actually, talk shows mostly.
Yeah.
And they just interview the person about the personal life. What do you do? All of that. But in the Korean music industry, they go a step further. First of all, a lot of them, sometimes you will find them the ones that will ask about the personal lives, but not all the time. But they also talk about the personalities. What do you like to do during the weekends?
Yeah, also everyone has a very specific role in the group.
Yes. And that helps a lot because there will be like in the variety shows, there will be, show me how you dance. Or show me, would you cover this song?
Yeah.
And things like that happen. Or just there's these particular ones that have like games and then they will compete with each other. And then you see part of the personality behind the idol, which is fun to see as well because at the end of the day, they're humans.
Yeah.
So that makes also the connection grow deeper with fans, I believe.
Yeah, but being an idol is still a very performative thing.
It is.
Like, it's part in the name. Like, they're idols, so people need to be able to look up to them.
Yes.
And sometimes, it's a very polished, persona that they have.
Yeah.
Which is not necessarily a real reflection of the actual person behind it.
Yeah.
Which I feel like is lessening a little bit.
It is.
Especially with like the Gen Z idols.
Yeah.
They are a bit more organic, I guess I should say.
A bit. We don't know a whole lot, but I do believe that they are more organic than other idols because before the structure was a lot tighter. There wasn't also a lot of international recognition in it. So it was very much, you need to be perfect.
Yeah, according to Korean
standards.
Yeah.
So now it's a bit more like, shake it up. And also I believe that the generations are growing here, in Asia, everywhere. So people want to see other things. Also globalization is part of it.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
What else is very particular to K-pop when you think albums?
Albums are the next level in K-pop.
Insane.
It is insane. Okay, whenever I was a teenager, I already liked albums, but you just got the lyric book and the CD. Okay, then you see these. I mean, you buy basically albums to support the artist at this stage because you don't really need to listen to the album. Okay.
Yeah, no, you just stream, which makes them extra money.
But they found a way to make money of it.
I think from the documentary that we watched, the YouTube documentary, I think in Asia, particularly in Korea, one of the only countries where album sales are still growing.
Yeah.
Whereas in the rest of the world, it's decreasing because why would you just buy a jewel case that has the lyric book and the CD? Like, there's so many extras in these Korean albums.
You get crazy stuff. It's like you get a photo card that you probably will see once in your life, but it's still cute. It's stickers. You can
you put it in your phone.
Or you put it in your phone case. Yeah, it depends on what you like. I mean, you can do it as well. you get a poster. Sometimes you get like a bookmark. You get a beautiful and stunning, also very aesthetically pleasing photo book of your favorite artist. So it's like they decided to profit of the idol image and say like, how can we make the fans even happier?
But it's all like still part of their storyline within the album.
Yeah.
Like if you have the CD and you have this whole like, how should I call it? Like, the storyline behind the CD and the songs individually, usually the photo book and the photo shoots that they have in the photo book are a reflection of the specific mood of that album. Sometimes
it can get quite crazy. Let's recognize that
100%.
But other times it just fits so well with the full concept and the vibe of the album. It's like I have a few that just feel perfect with the album. Like the latest is like Becky and Bambi. That photo book is stunning, and it fits with the full aesthetic of an R&B album.
Or the Pentagon. Do not.
Absolutely.
What is it? Love or Take.
Love or Take. Yeah.
That photo album. So pretty.
Yeah, I use Lilac. Stunning.
So stunning.
And if we go back to her album Palette, beautifully done. Also, even though the album is very much in white and basically
minimalistic,
it still reflects the feel of the album so much that makes
it feels like a blank canvas.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then that album was about growth. Yeah. So it's perfect, So that's what makes K-pop albums so special. I mean, we're still buying them, but we have certain rules. Because
don't always follow the rules,
But we try to because they be expensive.
The last part I wanted to bring up with what makes K-pop is the music video.
That is the music videos. I've seen a couple of budgets. Yes, but about budgets. I've seen a couple of Western artists that have worked on budgets, but the thing about it is that you will see that budget and that specific concept and money put into it for certain music videos. In K-pop, it's for every single release. Yes. You have a comeback. Drop an amazing music video.
Expect a budget of like 50 to 150K.
Yes. It's insane because
it's high quality sets, high quality cameras, directing, beautifully done usually. It's just, if you have a bad music video, there's a high chance that the song isn't going to take off. Because the fans want something visual as well.
Yes.
They want to be able to stream that music video. Yeah. They want to be able to take screenshots, make whatever of it. They need that high quality music video to keep.
And even if you see older generations in K-pop, all the music videos were incredible.
Oh yeah, this is from like first gen.
Yeah. They really put a budget into the music videos because they want to stand out, and they did.
Yeah.
If you see a music video that is not quite good in quality, you know that unfortunately, even though if they're talented, they're not gonna take off.
Suddenly pop off.
Yes, they won't, because that is something that is taken into consideration for a lot of fans, is the quality.
Yeah. It's very true. Let's go to the next topic.
Okay.
Let's talk a little bit about the history of K-pop.
Oh, so for this, we had to educate ourselves, watch a couple of documentaries.
Go back to the 90s.
Go back to the 90s. So according to the things we watched, the documentaries we watched, we're probably going to link it in the box as well. Yes, so you will see where we got the info from. Everything started, I think Korea was a very much a nation that uses a lot of like nationalistic anthems, songs, very soft ballads, very trot. Awesome as well. We do like a few of the.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
So hey, hit me up every day.
And then I think it was a variety show. Again, a variety show.
Sort of like a music bank.
I don't know. I think it was just a competition show to see like a survival show or something like that.
Oh, okay.
I think so.
Okay.
I'm not quite sure, but I think it was sort of like a place where you go, show your skills, and then the judges will be like, you're good or you're not. So I think it was sort of like an X Factor 90s version, And I think that everything started with Sotoji and the Boys, which was a hip-hop dance group.
Yeah.
And then after that, I think a lot of the people
Yeah.
in Korea were like, that's awesome.
Especially the younger generation.
Yes.
I think before Sotaji and the Boys, you had the trot, like you said, the more traditional songs.
Yeah.
But the younger generation would probably look more towards like foreign American music. But then Sotaji and the Boys came, and it was like a revelation. Like,
yeah, and
there are
then
a bunch of kids singing or rapping about what matters in like teenage lives.
Exactly.
So,
and that's what it makes it so appealing, because if you think about it, this trend is like whenever someone talks about a social issue or something that is actually relatable, they take off.
Oh, of course.
Because it feels personal and you feel related to it.
100%.
So that's what they did. And it changed pretty much the Korean music industry.
It changed the whole sector, because as soon as you had Sotaji and the Boys, and that was very successful, you had other groups
coming,
of course.
Yeah, you saw this one person that was like, saw the opportunity, took it, and success, global success.
Much, yeah.
So that takes us to our first ever K-pop group, which was, the first K-pop group we had, H.O.T.
Oh!
Yeah, what? Are you okay?
I was lost there for a second.
I see. So from Sotaji and the Boys, then we have H.O.T., which is like the first official idol group. Sotaji and the Boys were very indie, very underground as well.
They also formed themselves, though,
yes.
Whereas H.O.T. was formed by the agency.
Sotaji was like the beginning of something, but they also were like self-made. They didn't have a director. They were self-made.
Yeah.
And then you have the first idol group, H.O.T.
Yeah.
And that's where everything started.
Revolution.
Yeah, with them, yeah.
And then we finally get the first girl group as well with SES.
Yes.
Which, honestly, go check them out, because it's like beautiful 90s synth ballads.
Early 2000s, like that here.
Oh my gosh,
awesome.
yes. Amazing.
So,
yeah. I think we also have to talk about the big three and Big Hit.
The big three.
I can't leave out Big Hit.
You're biased.
Maybe a little. It just doesn't matter.
So, I think that the idol companies started pretty much with SM. SM is successful and it's as big as it is today because they started a lot of things.
Yeah, they started in 95.
Yeah, he's a man, he's a smart man.
He very much is.
Very smart, and he's still a producer of like so many bops, like so many good songs. Then we get YG in 96, and that one was created by one of the members of Sotaji and the Boys, and also SM was very pop-ish, like very pop. Let's talk about it because it's important. Then we have YG that comes to the scene. The boy, the owner was already famous from Sotaji and the Boys, and he creates a hip-hop label. Which is, of course, it caught the eye of viewers and listeners. And then we have JYP.
In 97.
Why did I say JYP? I was like, JYP.
Because it's JYP, man.
Then we have JYP. JYP, I think they do a bit of... They're more commercial pop, I suppose.
Yeah.
But JYP can surprise you at times. You know, they have a couple of bands as well. Unexpected.
Yeah.
Very much unexpected.
Very.
Yeah, but JYP. And then we have Big Hit that is ginormous. Like, Big Hit is so big. They really changed the game.
Oh, 100%.
They turned the tables.
So, Big Hit started as Big Hit in 2005. Founded by Bang Shi-hook. But I guess now we should call it Hype Labels.
Well, Hype Labels is a conglomerate because I think that's a conglomerate these days.
Yeah.
But Big Hit is still an agency on its own. Agency is like,
I guess so. Yeah.
Big Hit Music. The Hype is that
the parent company.
The parent. And then you have the little companies, and one of them is Big Hit. But basically, Hype came from Big Hit.
Yeah.
Because that is insane. That
Big
is
Hit
insane.
With BTS alone managed to completely overthrow the entertainment sector.
Yes, that is very insane. I started as a fan of YG. I'm still very much a fan of YG artists. Okay, all my life. Then went on to SM, And then casually listen to stuff from JYP.
Mm.
But then Big Hit came and they were like, sorry, we're gonna change the game here because I'm sick of you three. And then boom, you know.
The thing is, if you were a K-pop group debuting within like any of the big three labels,
You were expected to be successful.
yes, very much so. There were some like outliers like DSP Media, and like groups like Kara, Finkel, Card as well.
Yeah.
Very successful, but it still doesn't quite tie to the same level as the big three.
Yeah. There was like a market dominance.
Yeah.
That
A bit of a monopoly. Split by three.
Let's not call it a monopoly, but it was a bit of a big dominance. It wasn't a really a monopoly, but it was a big dominance. As in, you were coming from the big three, there was a high chance that you were going to be successful. The quality of your music videos were going to be good, and therefore,
because you had the whole structure already
exactly
there.
You know that the trainees were properly prepared there; they were educated, and they
had the money to invest.
Also, they were very smart because the big three had this thing where they would like show the trainees in special shows. And then audience will have the chance to meet the trainees.
Yeah.
Or the next generation. And that will catch the viewers. And they were like, look forward to the debut of this one. But then Big Hit doesn't do that. Well, Big Hit did Island, but
but that's now. That was not in the beginning.
It did not start like that. Yeah. What Big Hit did it's incredible and crazy at the same time.
Also partly chance and luck.
They were, yes.
I mean,
yeah. It was
like if they didn't have BTS, I'm sure that they would have had other groups.
The thing is that I think that what happened there is that they had something that people was missing from the other groups.
Yeah.
They were like the underdogs. They
Very
had deeply personal lyrics. They had
they had the same touch of Sotaji and the Boys.
Yes.
Because they were talking about cultural issues.
Yeah. And I think people were looking for that.
People resonated with that. And part of BTS's success is also because of the fans. Because the fans worked hard.
Yes, but that was also thanks to the social media culture.
Yes. That was starting to come up.
Yes. And BTS grabbed the chance and took them to where they are now. They were very smart playing all the cards, and they deserve the success they have right now.
Very much so.
Let's talk about generations.
Yeah. If you are getting into K-pop, you're going to hear that word a lot.
Gens. Yeah.
First gen, second gen, third gen, now fourth gen as well.
Yeah. And I think it's important, the terms, because each gen is very particular.
Yes.
And each gen also contributed to what K-pop is now.
100%. You can't just say like, oh yeah, this gen made K-pop. Because that's not entirely true. You need to take the whole history of it into account.
Yeah, absolutely. So the first gen started with, we mentioned before, HOT.
Seshkis, SES, Finkel, Shinhwa, Boa, G.O.D.
Yeah.
This is very much like mid-90s.
Probably. Early 2000s probably as well. Like very early 2000s.
Yeah.
And then, interesting enough, with the first gen, we have successfully and well-known Boa. Boa was one of the first ones that decided to go abroad, and she became very successful in Japan.
Yes.
I think we also have HOT. I think they had ventured into China.
Yeah, exactly. So HOT ventured into China.
Yeah. Hugely
successful. Which we saw in the documentary on YouTube.
Yes.
And then Boa decided to go to Japan.
Yeah.
Learn as a child, by the way.
Yes.
She was
early teens.
Young.
Yeah.
But she decided to learn the language.
Yeah.
She had songs in Japanese. I think also one of the first artists that had songs in a different language than Korean.
Yeah.
And because of her personality, her music, the fact that she learned Japanese, she was very successful in Japan. And she brought that success back with her in Korea. And then that sort of started the trend of
going abroad,
having Korean releases, then having Japanese releases,
Yeah.
Maybe even having Chinese releases.
Or just having Korean releases and promote them abroad.
Yeah, exactly.
And that is a trend that was continued on the second gen. So second gen, big. big, especially in Asia. They became huge in
so
Asia.
huge.
So we had like TVXQ, Super Junior, Girls' Generation, Wonder Girls, Big Bang, Kara, Shiny, 21, Miss A, Sister, 2PM. There's like a lot of them, okay? And with them, the Hallyu wave started.
Yeah.
So how would you define the Hallyu wave?
The Hallyu wave is basically the start of Korean music venturing abroad with the rise of social media, streaming services, YouTube, whatnot, and just finding an audience abroad.
Yeah.
With like people who don't speak the language.
Yeah. They just
vibe to songs in Korean, and that's totally fine.
Yeah. Then we have our first act that goes to the States, Wonder Girls. Very important to mention because they were even opening act for the
Jonas
Brothers.
Which kind of crazy when you think about it.
Unexpected as well.
Yeah.
I would not put them with the Jonas Brothers for some reason.
Me neither.
But
hey.
Yeah. Like Super Junior.
He wanted what he wanted.
Super Junior, extremely successful in China. So TVXQ.
Also in Latin America, no?
Yes, they made it to Latin America, and they were super popular there as well. Girls' Generation globally well known as well. I mean, the first big K-pop video I watched was in a Samsung store back at home. That was like very random.
Cute.
Yeah. So with the second gen, the Hallyu wave started. Okay, and then with the third gen, it was solidified.
Yeah, very much
so. In the third gen, we have EXO, BTS, Twice, G-Friend, GOT7, Red Velvet, Monsta X, 17, Mamamoo, Blackpink, and many others. But let's keep it with the biggest acts.
Yeah, top 10 here.
Yeah. They started the social media situation. They started like new trends into social media, took it and said like, let's gonna interact with fans.
Yeah.
And generate more revenue.
Definitely. Definitely. My God. Yeah. I think what happened also with the rise of social media is that I think it was SM who went to France for the first time.
Oh, yes.
They had like the Today SM concert.
They had already family concerts. And they might have done it a couple of times in Japan, but that's the first time they decided to leave Asia.
To like come to Europe, not even just like the US, because Europe is also a market, just saying.
And you don't get a lot of, now, not even, it's very, obviously not the time now, but it's not that common to see K-pop concerts in Europe. You know? Unfortunately, because I'm just saying there's a few countries here.
Exactly. Like there's more than just 3 big cities in Europe. Just saying.
Yeah, and then it was interesting what SM did, bringing like the SM family concert to France.
That was because of the fans, though. Because according to the YouTube documentary, I know I keep bringing it up, but it was very informative. Apparently, fans had come together to do like a dance. How would you call that?
Like a dance cover?
Yeah, I guess. Like they do that now still, where they like play the songs and then fans can like see if they know the choreo.
Oh,
in, like, a
random K-pop dance.
Random that.
Yeah, but the thing that is, I don't know if that started with the third gen, but it became a thing, okay?
Well, they were doing Super Junior dances.
Yeah, but I think that was more like covers, I believe. Yeah, and then people happen to know Super Junior.
They put it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Korean media picked it up. And then someone was like, there's money there. Like,
let go. Let's please fans.
Viva France.
It worked because they, I don't know if they knew the full extent of how famous these artists were and how well known they were. Yeah. But it was very smart. We're still waiting for every single agency concert, family concert in a few cities in Europe. Please. Then that's with the third gen. Now we go to fourth gen. These are like the babies. I call them
so young.
The babies. Yeah, they're so
like
young.
Born in the 2000s,
There's a couple that are still late 90s.
I know, but every time I'm like looking at this group on like K-profiles or something, and I look at their birth year. Yeah. And they're like born in 2000, 2002. I'm like.
Yeah. Something very important that happened on the third gen. Streaming became a thing.
Ah, yes.
Streaming became a thing with the third gen. And it was...
Are you really a fan if you haven't had a YouTube playlist open with the new releases of your favorite artists to, help them gain streams so they can break a YouTube record?
Yeah, that became a thing with the third gen. And internet became like more advanced. You had chance, YouTube had a better quality,
Oh my God, yes.
So yeah, with
244 pixels.
Yeah, so imagine watching I Got a Boy in like 480.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Sad.
Yeah, quite.
So then we have the Hollywood solidified with like the third gen, the streaming, the storylines. Storylines we got them with the third gen, I think.
I think BAP, which I believe is second gen, also had a massive storyline.
Oh, did they? I'm not familiar with
it. It was like a whole gangster plot.
I remember. I've seen a couple of videos of them. Okay.
But I would say it was very much popularized by third gen.
Yeah, elaborate, complicated, very complicated.
I so much want to credit BTS for that, but I don't know if I can.
I think the other groups did it too. And I think also EXO had the superpowers and they did
That's
it
true. That's
for
true.
BTS.
Yeah.
So I think that all of them had like a storyline. The thing is that BTS took it to like a very complicated level, I must say. Very entertaining as well, to the point that you will spend all your nights.
I still wish I could have been there in that meeting where they had like the timeline.
Oh my God.
And the whole storyline.
And now with the 4th gen, you get insane storylines that sometimes if the two groups are on the same level, they connect because why not?
Why not indeed? The SM universe, the
Big Hit universe, I suppose.
I don't know.
I mean, neither.
I know that TXT and Hypen are somehow connected.
I think I saw something like that. Yeah.
Theories coming through,
I keep seeing video essays about TXT's world, and I'm like, how? Also, like the creative team, you're amazing.
Oh,
like,
100%.
Incredible.
The little things that they put in a music video, that
little
is, like,
details.
the connection to like the other music videos, and then the fans would pick up on it.
I do wonder sometimes if the artists know to that extent. Because,
they better have been in that meeting, no?
I don't know. You know that Stray Kids had this meeting. Stray Kids is a 4th gen group. They had this meeting. They had this interview with this podcast/radio show in the States. And they were talking about the concept of the album, the keyword, Clio. I'm killing the French here. So, and the boy just gave it away because he knew the storyline.
Yeah, that's a bit of a problem,
I mean, I loved it because that's how involved he is, and that's awesome. But it was amazing. I mean, love that interview. Also, one of the best interviews I've ever heard about, like a K-pop group. Anyways,
is it the dude with the radio?
I think so. I do not remember his name, but he's interviewed a few idols actually, and the interviews are normally quite good. So they just ask like, you're dating? No, he goes into the music, which is what fans are in for.
If I hear another American interview with like, who are you dating?
I remember.
Who do you want to collab with?
I think Mark said like, why are you so interested in knowing that? Why are you always interested in that? I think he said that in the end of the Ellen DeGeneres show, I believe.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, true.
Shade intended.
Yes. So,
let's talk about the fandom.
Yeah.
Because the whole fandom, just being a fan, it's not just listening to their music. It's
being a
way
fan.
More.
I see being a fan as a job. Because it kind of feels like a job, okay?
Yeah.
So it depends on what kind of fan you are, of course, because you might be the casual fan that just listens to the music and just likes the music videos. You might be the kind of fan that is just, buys the albums, but is, I buy the albums, I support, I watch the music videos, I might stream as well. Or you can be the type of fan that does translations, checks the content, makes compilations, also buys like a lot of albums to help with the sales.
Organizes everything. Organizes
host events.
Events.
Yeah.
Like, the this whole sense of community.
It's a job.
Yeah, but it's like you don't get paid for it.
Yeah.
There's that. It's just all like this level of engagement that comes from, I want to support these kids. You know, I want to support this group because I believe in them. I love their music, you know, whatever. It's
insane.
Kind of hardcore.
It's kind of insane if you think about it, because normally fans, they can be any age, like from anywhere, any age. But a lot of them are like in the early 20s or teens, and they learn a second language or a third language just to be able to translate. Like, to make it easy, I think I mentioned it before, I am still in the Wavy Reddit group, because wholesome content, also in the SAT one. And they're organized, okay? If they have a BeLive, they look for translators that will translate. They assign a translator to each member. We're talking about that level of organization.
Mm-hmm.
That is insane. Or when I went to the BTS concert, fans that would give freebies to other fans because they're supporting the members.
Yeah.
That is some interesting dedication. Yeah. I was kind of shocked when I saw it. I was like, I've never seen this in Western concerts or Western artist concerts. Never.
Not really, no.
The thing is that I describe going to a K-pop concert as in putting yourself in a different universe where it's like everyone is part of like a big community.
Yeah. Because you even have a fandom name.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you know how you have like One Direction and Directioners?
Yes.
I think Justin Bieber also has a fan.
Believers, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
And Selena Gomez of the Selenators or something like that.
Yeah. But K-pop did it way before.
Yeah, probably. Probably they were like, let's create a fandom name because all our fans will feel part of one thing.
Exactly.
And they did great. I'm just saying.
Such a smart move.
The thing is that whenever you see them like doing interviews or going to BeLives or whatever, even in older generations, they will be like, yeah, because the name of the fandom believe in us. And you literally think that they're talking to you because you are part of that. You feel related to them.
You identify as an ARMY, as a Blink, as an XOL, you know.
Yeah.
If you have your fandom name, it means that you are part of something.
Exactly.
It's like, you know, religion.
I can see how you relate that.
I mean, you follow Jesus Christ, you're a Christian.
Oh my God, that's the fandom name. Oh my God, girl, no, not to that extent. But I can see where you're coming from. Okay, not to that extent.
I'm sorry.
Let's not take it there, people, because not quite, but I do understand where you're coming from. It's like you feel like you belong to something, and you really find friends, people that you relate to because you love the same thing.
Yeah, and if you see someone with merch of your favorite group, you can be like, oh, you're an ARMY, or you're a Blink as well.
Yeah.
Let's be friends, you know, let's do a streaming party or something.
A streaming party?
I don't know.
So, so I think fandoms are very important in K-pop, and it's very smart. They just did something so smart.
Yeah. Also, like we mentioned before, the fandom itself is going to create another level of content.
Free marketing.
Exactly. Think of Anti-Romantic by TXT.
Yes.
That song from TikTok.
That song wasn't a title track, but I'm quite sure a lot of people know Anti-Romantic because of TikTok.
Mm-hmm. Like, they make a dance on it, they make it go viral, other people make their own interpretations of it.
Yeah.
That's how you get your song out there.
It's
Think of Lil Cherry.
Lil Cherry. Yes.
Korean rapper.
That's a rapper. And then she's viral on TikTok right now.
She blew up. She bought a car.
Oh, really?
Oh,
wow.
Yeah.
I think about the Dolphin Cult, and that was peak. That was incredible because Dolphin was a B-side of
Oh My Girl.
Oh My Girl.
Mm-hmm.
And amazing album, by the way. But it was a B-side. Normally B-sides are there because the fans will love them, but you get the title track. Title track. Commercial for everyone. But then you have like the B-sides that they know that will resonate more with like fans or people that like that kind of music.
Yeah.
But dolphin, viral. Also became the dolphin called, that was hilarious.
The meme content
It was
from
incredible.
Dolphin was next level, man.
Yes. So social media, fandom, all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Very unique to K-pop, I believe.
Yeah.
Very unique.
We have to talk about merch as well, because there's some merch that is very K-pop specific.
Love the light sticks. I do not own one just yet.
Maybe one day. We poor.
But light sticks, it just adds that to it's like you really belong. Well, you probably belong already, but you feel like you're part of the community deeply if you're in a concert with your light stick.
Look up pictures.
It's stunning.
The concerts. Because you have this whole wave of like all these like fairy lights almost.
Yeah.
And they're like remote controlled Bluetooth. So there's someone who can control all the colors of it, the way it moves to the beat as well. Like it's just, I think for the artists themselves, it is also an experience.
It is. But the light sticks before, now it's like the Bluetooth technology that they match with the tempo, they change the color based on the song. But before it was just the light stick shining a light for the artist. And that's basically the concept of the light stick, you know? And beautiful. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Do you remember the Black Ocean concept?
Yes, I'm not a fan of it because rude.
Yeah.
Rude.
That is... If you are an idol and you see a black ocean, meaning everyone turned their light stick off, there's something going on with you and the fans that you need to talk to your fans about.
Yeah, or sometimes you will find fandoms that just decide to turn off the light sticks because they do not like the artist.
Yeah, I don't understand feuds, really.
Me neither, because a lot of idols are besties. So it's like, you know, why? Then also you have these fans that are multi-stands, and I've seen this clip of this girl in a concert. She had a bag full of light sticks, and I really like her. She had like, which one is on? Okay, I'll take it out. The engagement and the budget that girl had was incredible, because light sticks are fairly expensive.
They're quite expensive.
Well, anyway, for abroad, like probably...
I mean, if you can buy them there and you don't have to pay like €50 shipping.
Plus tax.
I would also have a couple.
Same.
But
I will have a collection because I keep saying they make an amazing lamp. A very cute lamp.
I'm just thinking of the TikToks of like the people during like a power outage that were just like going around with their light stick.
That too.
Like,
you have a
NCT light stick.
That girl had like an army bomb. She had like an NCT one. She had a few. That's a multi-standard. And then she had like, her mom had the NCT one, frying eggs. And she was like, Mom, be careful. Mom, be careful. You know. So yeah, we had that. And then there's a lot of other things. The latest thing in merch is apparel. It's like shirts, hoodies, trousers for some reason.
I mean, it makes sense that you want to like dress as your idol.
Yeah, but pretty. Because before you'll find just the t-shirts. I'm gonna say it, I wasn't a fan of them because some of them were ugly.
Okay. Yeah, that was all. Yeah.
They were ugly.
I'm not gonna lie.
They were ugly, okay? Yes. But now is the aesthetics. They keep upgrading that merch and I love it.
It's like showing that you're a fan without just having other faces.
Tell me that you're a fan without telling me you're a fan.
Yeah. They're gonna know. Anyways. Yeah, I think it's quite a unique experience to be a K-pop fan.
Yes, like sometimes, I mean, it's downsides, of course. It's like there is a lot of toxicity, like in anything in the world, like anything, basically. And there is certain things you don't have to agree on, but the sense of community you get, also the content you get, the entertaining content, the talking with these people that you relate to. Sometimes it's awesome. People that are introverts and are part of a fandom feel very much safe in their little community.
Exactly, yeah.
The thing that, it's very cute.
Yeah, as with anything, you just have to find like some good people that you can connect with.
Exactly.
And if that is over your love for the music or your love for this one specific group, then that is very wholesome. And that might also be why I think a lot of young people now are also like very much getting into K-pop. Yeah. Because especially now with COVID, it's very hard to find a sense of community if you're stuck in the house.
Social distancing.
Exactly.
I can see that. Yeah. That you have like these little community chats where they all talk. Or what's the name of the new one that everyone goes in and talks? Discord. Discord? Is it Discord?
I think it's Discord.
I do not remember the name. Anyways, it's cool. It's fun. It's kind of good seeing what they're doing. Yeah. Exactly.
And the music is just also very good. Can I just say?
Yeah. So I have a question for you. How did you become a K-pop fan?
YouTube. I accidentally stumbled on a BTS DNA music video, and as I tend to do with a lot of things, I start researching and started diving into it, and I haven't left yet.
Lovely.
Yeah.
I mean, nice.
Yeah.
Very organic, kind of. Right, let's remove the searching part, because, you know.
What? The researching?
Yeah.
Well.
That's just something.
Yeah, that's just my personality. I can't help that.
Yeah, no, I'm more organic. Well, you know, I'm more organic. Everything comes to me for some reason. I do remember me searching that Girls' Generation music video.
Oh, no, YouTube, I had my YouTube on like autoplay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was just, I don't know.
I was actually trying to get the music video. This was ages ago in a random Samsung shop, in a TV, and I was like, I want to know them.
It kind of makes sense though. Samsung is Korean.
Of course, it makes sense.
Probably brand
but you know, I remember
something.
seeing them in these beautiful dresses, and I was like, I want to know who they are. So my Google search terms were crazy. Obviously, I didn't find them.
You didn't have Shazam yet?
No Shazam, people. No Shazam.
What a life. You know.
So yeah, and then I stumbled upon K-dramas and overseas and K-pop is pretty much all on the same line. Yeah. Well, anyways, that's pretty much what is K-pop, people.
A brief intro.
A very brief intro. There's documentaries that go for hours.
Yeah.
Okay, and they explore both sides, the good and the bad. It's like everything, I suppose.
Yeah.
Everything, you have the good side and the bad side.
Yeah.
But what is important is that you are happy and you find a place where you're comfortable.
Exactly, and you have to like keep it healthy as well.
100%.
Like you can be a hard stand, but you still have to go to school or you still have to go to work.
You still have to do life, basically.
Yeah.
Basically.
Unfortunately.
Well, people, that was it for this episode of DisKovery with a K.
Tell us how you got into K-pop. I want to know. I'm curious.
Same, actually. Many people have like very interesting stories. Anyway, we'll see you next time with a new episode of DisKovery with a K. See ya! Bye-bye!